guys, my name is Gabby, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a challenge-y kind of video. So I saw this video over on Ariel's channel a while back called #readingafter10, and it's basically this video where she challenged herself to try to read every night for a week after 10 p.m. For her case, it was like she wanted to adjust her reading habits, so she got back into the habit of reading every day. But for me, it's mainly just to challenge myself to try to read during that time that I have right before bed. My reading habits tend to be pretty random because I do tend to read a lot during the day on my days off, or I tend to read a lot if I get home early from work. I read a lot in the late afternoon time, or right in between work and the gym or something like that. So my reading habits are pretty random, but I thought it would be nice to try to get into the habit of reading every night before bed. And so I want to try to push myself to after it hits 10 o'clock to try to go to bed and lay down, and just instead of watching Netflix, or instead of being on my phone or doing whatever else it is I usually do, I just want to dedicate that time to reading and see if it improves my reading and my reading habits and things like that. I just thought it'd be a fun thing to do. And so I'm going to be doing that for the next week, and I'm going to be vlogging all of the nights, which you will see in this, and I'm going to be tracking my reading in my journal. Yeah, just taking notes about it so I can share with you at the end how it went. So right now my current read is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens, so I'm hoping to finish this one over the next couple of days. And then after that I'm planning on jumping into The Winter Sister, because this is one of my book of the month selections this month. Yeah, so hopefully I can get at least these 2 books done this week, maybe one more. But this week is also the week before the Contemporary-a-thon, so I'm basically going to be doing as much reading as I can over these next 2 weeks. I'm really just gonna push myself to do it. Something that is weird though is that my sleeping habits have also been changing kind of as I've been getting a little bit older, because I'm only 24, but I've been the kind of person that doesn't even go to bed to lay down until probably midnight or 1 in the morning, and then I don't fall asleep until 2 or 3 in the morning. But lately, within the last few months actually, I've been wanting to go lay down in bed at 10 or 10:30 or 11, and then not falling asleep until 12 or 1. So my sleeping habits have also changed. So I feel with that short amount of time that I have, in between going to lay down for bed and falling asleep is a good time for me to read at night. That's all I wanted to say for this quick little intro, and so hopefully tonight I will get some good reading done, and for the rest of this week. It is day 1 of my reading after 10 experiment / challenge, and it's about 12:40 a.m. right now, which is a little late for me. Tonight I was up late watching some TV with my sister, so I'm starting a little late, but I'm going to jump into Where the Crawdads Sing. This is my current read, and exactly 100 pages in, so I know I am starting a little late, and it's a lot after 10 for this reading after 10 experiment. I'm about 3 hours late. This is a very casual experiment, and I just want to try to push myself to read every night this week after 10, because I feel that's the most realistic time for me with my work schedule. I usually work until 9 o'clock at night if I work nights, and yeah, I feel this is the best time for me to read. So I'm gonna jump into this one. Excited. Hello, it is night 2 of reading after 10. It is currently about 11:40-ish right now. So far, both of these nights I've started way after 10, but it's fine, it's whatever. Today I made a cute little chart for this reading experience for me. Last night I only read from about 12:50 a.m. to 1:30-ish in the morning, and I read 50 pages of Where the Crawdads Sing last night, and so tonight I'm starting reading right now at 11:40, and I'm gonna jump into Where the Crawdads Sing. I am on page 194, so hopefully I can get through a good chunk of this tonight, because I don't have to be up until 9 a.m. tomorrow, which is kind of early, but probably gonna try to read at least until 1 in the morning. The reason why I'm starting to read so late today is because I just got back from bowling with my crew, and we bowled against another location, and it was so much fun. We just had the best time. So I just got home from that, so that's why it's kind of a later night for me. I'm usually not home this late. But maybe tomorrow night I'll actually successfully start reading at 10. Wouldn't that be crazy? day 3 of my reading after 10 experiment, and it is about 11:45 at night right now, but have no fear, I have been reading already tonight. I started reading at 10:30 and I finished my book Where the Crawdads Sing, and I will put a link in the description for my Goodreads review if you would like to see it, but I ended up giving this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. And I'm gonna hide behind this book so that you can't throw things at me, because I know everybody freaking loves this book, and I thought it was good but not great. Like, there were a lot of things that I had issues with in this book, and there were a lot of things that I loved about it. So yeah, if you want to know all my thoughts, I'm not going to go into them now, but I'll put a link in the description for my Goodreads review so you can check that out, and I'll also be talking about this in my wrap-up. I guess I just expected more because everybody else loved it so much, but sorry if I look like I got hit by a bus or something, but I got back from my second night of boxing in a row tonight. So wiped. Like, I am so freaking tired. Kickboxing is fun but exhausting, and it makes you really sore and tired and dead. Anyways, so yeah, I just finished reading Where the Crawdads Sing about 30 minutes ago or so. I don't work tomorrow, so I don't have to be up early tomorrow. I don't have any plans really tomorrow morning, so I'm planning on jumping into The Winter Sister. This is an adult thriller, and it's one of my February book of the month picks. I'm just really excited about reading this one, so I thought I would just start it tonight. Maybe just read as late as I can. Lately I've only been reading until like 1 in the morning. That's like my latest, and then I really get tired and I just like have to go to bed, but like we'll see. Since I don't have to wake up tomorrow morning early, we'll see how late I can stay up reading this. It'll probably still be like 1. Hello. It's about 11:15 right now, and it is Thursday. I had the day off of work today, so I just had a very chill, relaxing day. I haven't read though at all today. I've just taken a break from like everything. And so last night I did get about 70 pages into this book, so I feel like yesterday I did the most reading out of all of the days so far that I've done this, because yeah, last night I read a total of 120 pages because I finished Where the Crawdads Sing, which was 50 pages, and then I read 70 pages of this. I'm planning on continuing my reading of this book. I'm not like super into it so far. Like, I think it's good and I definitely see some potential building, but it's definitely a slow start for this one. So I'm hoping it definitely picks up soon. I work tomorrow morning kind of early, so I'll be up around 9. So I'm probably gonna end up reading until around like 1 in the morning if I can stay up that long. But yeah, I'm gonna jump into this now and hopefully it goes good. Hello, it is night 5 of my reading before 10. Did I say reading before 10? Reading after 10. It is 11:45 at night, so I'm starting a little late again, but also I've been at work all day since like early this morning, and I just got home at like 9ish, and I just made dinner and I just sat on the couch with my sister and chilled for a bit, and now I'm just getting around to starting this book again. And I actually read like 130 pages of this last night. Like, I just got hooked all of a sudden into this, and now I'm actually really enjoying this. Almost 200 pages in, and I only have this little bit left, so like hopefully maybe I can finish this tonight. Like 130 pages left, so I was able to do that easily last night. But it's so cold in here. It freaking snowed earlier today, like this morning, and now it's just insanely windy outside. Like, it's so windy, and I hate the wind. Like, I don't know why, I really hate the sound of the wind. It just stresses me out and it gives me so much anxiety. I hate it. So I'm probably gonna read this and then listen to some ASMR in my headphones to try to relax me, because the sound of the wind really stresses me out. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this one so far, so I'm gonna jump into this now. It is night 6 of my reading after 10 experiment. I'm sorry if the lighting is absolute shit in here. There's kind of been a change of plans tonight. I'm staying at my parents' house. That's why the background looks a little bit different, why the lighting's not great in here. But there's like this really crazy, scary windstorm happening outside, and we lost electricity at our apartment all day today, and my parents have electricity at their house, so I decided to just stay the night here since I work all day tomorrow anyway. It just makes sense for me. But anyways, so last night I was actually able to finish The Winter Sister. I stayed up kind of late reading it. I stayed up till like 1:30ish, and I finished it. So tonight I brought Every Note Played with me because I was hoping to start on this one, and right now it's about 11:15 at night or so. So I'm hoping I can jump into this one, maybe get a little bit into it. I don't know, I'm pretty tired, so I'm probably gonna fall asleep pretty soon. Hey, beautiful. Hi. Hello. It is day 7, Sunday night, my last day of this reading after 10 experiment. So last night, sorry that footage was freaking horrible, but I was staying at my parents' house last night, and I started reading Every Note Played, and I only got about 30-ish pages into it. I wasn't super feeling this book. It was kind of reminding me a lot of Me Before You, which is a book that I really did not enjoy. So I set this one aside. I wasn't really in the mood to read this, and I only stayed up, I think, until like 12:30 or so last night reading this. It wasn't a very late night for me because I was really tired. But tonight, I'm thinking I'm gonna jump into The Unhoneymooners. It's about 11:20 right now at night, so again, not at 10, but you know, close enough. But today has been the fucking wildest day. I will insert a clip here of this fucking snow outside. It just dumped like about a foot of snow today, and my restaurant closed early tonight. We closed at 7. We're usually open till 9, and we had to drive home in this fucking crazy snow, and it was really scary. But we made it, and tomorrow is day 1 of the Contemporary-thon, so I thought I should get a head start on my first read of the Contemporary-thon. This is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren, and this one is an ARC that I got that comes out in May. It feels kind of like weird though to be reading a very summery beach read when it's like fucking snowing outside like crazy, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to really like get into this. Like, I know it's so weird, but I'm such a like mood reader. Like, I just really want to read like something creepier like The Shining right now, you know, because it's like snowing. I'm gonna jump into this, and technically the Contemporary-thon starts in like 40 minutes, so I'll wrap you up tomorrow on how tonight went, and then we'll talk about this experiment. Alright, so that concludes my reading after 10 experiment, and I just thought I'd go over some little stats. I was able to read every day after 10, but the earliest I ever actually started reading was 10:30, which was the earliest I actually started reading, and then the latest I started reading was 12:50 in the morning, which was a pretty late night. And the latest I ever stayed up reading was 1:30. I stayed up 2 nights until 1:30, but pretty much averagely I only stayed up until about 1 or even 12 reading. So I don't know, I feel like it was pretty successful. Like, I was able to actually take time to read every day, even if it was like starting at 12:50 a.m. I still read 50 pages like that one night. I was able to finish reading 2 books during my reading after 10, which is Where the Crawdads Sing and The Winter Sister, and on my last night there I got 100 pages into The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren, so I was able to get some good reading done this week. As far as like things I learned about myself is that once you get into the habit of doing something, it becomes a lot easier to do it, because like once I told myself like I'm gonna start reading after 10 every night, and then by like the 3rd or 4th night it started to become a habit, and it started to become easier for me to actually like be willing to take the time to do it. I know in Ariel's videos she said she like wasn't gonna be checking her phone after she started reading, but I didn't do that. Mostly because I was using my phone to like listen to ASMR on my phone, on my headphones, like while I was reading, which I also found very relaxing, and it would get me more tired and ready for bed. It's like perfect because it's like you get some time at the end of the day to just unwind and relax and read before bed, and it makes you like tired and ready for bed, but it's still like the perfect amount of time to read instead of just like being on your phone. Most I was able to read in one night was 130 pages. I read 130 pages 2 different nights, and then I read 120 pages on a 3rd night. Least amount I was able to read was only 36 pages, and that was when I only read a little bit of Every Note Played because I wasn't really feeling that book. And it's great because all 3 of these books that I read I actually did really enjoy. all 3 of them. At least this one I'm only 120 pages in, but I'm really enjoying it so far. So it's also great that I was like enjoying the content that I'm reading, which made me want to go and read before bed. Yeah, overall I think this was a super fun experience, and it's definitely a fun thing to try to push yourself to do, just to read every day after 10 before bed for a week straight and just see if you can do it. Today is the first day of the contemporary-a-thon, so I'm going to be continuing to try to push myself to read every day this week so I can keep up on the books that I want to read for the contemporary-a-thon. Let me know your thoughts on any of these books that I've mentioned throughout this video, if they're some of your favorites or if you've read them and what you think. Yeah, you can look forward to my contemporary-a-thon vlogs coming at you in about a week. Are you thinking about trying this reading after 10 experiment, or is this something you'd want to see me do again in the future? Just let me know. Or do you think these videos are totally pointless? Let me know. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Bye. In the afternoon sometimes.
Can you hear it?
Yeah. Like loud.